Hello and welcome to another episode of Madvillainy. And we start today's episode with a nice little upgrade to Jack Grealish. He did recently gain himself a second in form, thanks to his goal and all-round great performance in a 2-1 win against Burnley, which is huge for Villa in their attempt to try and stay in the Premier League. It's been a rough ride from so far, but they're doing their best. Have decided to put a hunter card on this Grealish as well, as it seemed to serve the first in form so well, as he did seem to start scoring a lot more after we gave him it. So hopefully, the first in form was doing great, so hopefully this one will kick on even further. The first game, a couple icons there, but they're not necessarily ones to be too scared of. A couple other special cards, but again, it's good, but not terrifying, really. Although saying that, he does get the first chance. Classic if it's when you drive back. I'll give him that though, it was a good one to open up space. I do try and contest him from behind, but we do have to resort to a Danny Ward double save, keep him to his usual rather good standards. A great ball out from the back there, forward to Huran, or Howrahan. I can never make my mind up what he's called. Although it is Howrahan, I do know that. Out to Traore, gets it back into Howrahan, and again a couple of attempts, both blocked. His finishing has been a bit disappointing, not that I thought it could anyway. Is a Silva. When the ball stays up in the area, comes out to Sionchu, and I'd love to say that was a wonder strike. When you hear sort of half volley from outside the area, you probably believe it would. But if you didn't already see it from the first video of it, here comes the second clip, and you will see after the chest and full volley, that's a wicked deflection. But we'll take it to go 1-0 up. We win the ball deep in our half. Towards Iheanacho, and space, especially with that drag back, opens up a lovely bit of space for Grealish on the left. Decides to move it inside to Howrahan, back out to Grealish, and yeah, a bit ugly in front of goal, but the goal still comes. That's the first goal for this second in form. Bad little start for him, only half hour into the game, and this guy's clearly not liked how the start of the game's gone for him, so I'd already leave. Didn't stick around too long. Nice at 8.5 for him in half hour. Goal and a win, which will get us 2 upgrades. And you will see the stats here. It was only early doors, but we did have relative control, especially in terms of shots. I left this in just to show that we are now up from Div 7 into the crazy heights of Div 6. It's still a lot below where I'd want to be, but if it's helping us win, helping us upgrades, it feels a bit scummy, but it is what it is. We'll take it. We decided to finally move on from Danny Ward up to Oliver Nyland, now starting keeper for Villa. Thanks to it's his unfortunate injury to Tom Heaton, which is really going to give them a hard time to try and stay up in the Prem with that. He looked okay in his first game against Leicester in the Cup, but recently then conceded 6 to City, which wasn't pretty. And we finally decided to move on for Howrahan. It's just not much going on, but then neither did Dennis Pratt's card, but you will be surprised. He does play a lot better than some of those stats show. Moving on to the second game, I was a bit surprised to see this team come up in front of me. Whether it was because of some sort of objective, I don't know, but that doesn't strike fear into anyone's hearts at this point of FIFA. Probably not even at the start. And the first chance does go to us with Adama down the right. Moves it forward to Dennis Pratt. Which, yeah, it does sound stupid calling him Pratt, but it is how I've heard commentators pronounce it, so it's what I'm going with. Maybe the wrong choice to choose finesse with Adama. He's not the most technical of players, and it does go quite wayward. But Vinagre here wins it deep, brings it forward well. Move on to Grealish, a nice ball through to Pratt. He stays composed in front of goal, shifts it past his man and fires it into the far corner. Just an all-round solid goal, quick move. Put us 1-0 up. Only 7 minutes in as well, early work. And again, Pratt now. Orchestrating a bit of space on the halfway line, moves it forward to Iheanacho, continues his run, spotted by Iheanacho, and a solid little finish on his left foot for a non-red goal with no stats to shout about. And we come forward again now, again down the right with Adama Traore. We seem to be using him a lot at the moment. Nice little interchange, do try and get that one more ball across goal, perhaps overplaying it, doing a classic Arsenal, trying to walk it in the net. We move back to Nyland here, and his first bit of action is a horrific pass for out to Bamba, who decides to Dembele. Vinagre, I thought I'd win the tackle, seems to just go past where he needed to be, missed it entirely. He fires home to get one back. But an awful bit of distribution from him now. Failed throw, which we kept, does get it back, and then his right back takes a go and playing shit. 40 Iheanacho, a bit of work on the ball. But that is a cracking save from the comp. Ball stretch, gets hand to it, just tips it wide. Pratt again now, using his dribbling to bring it forward. And an attempted interchange of Iheanacho, but it does fall back to him. Ball through to Grealish. First shot is saved, but there's the rebound. Second goal in his second game. Not that the first game was much of a game. But it's a good little start for him. And that'll be half time. A 3-1 lead going into it is, I mean, more than acceptable. I'll take it entirely. Especially, I mean, to be fair, I say especially with those stats. Those stats show we could have probably had a couple more. So we've been playing with 3 goals at half time. And we get the first chance of the second half. Grealish tries to fire low, but it's a good save again from the comp with his feet this time. Again, Pratt in around the box for Iheanacho, and I was expecting the net to ripple, but he does lash it wide on his left. Drawer again down the right, moves inside. Does get semi-tackled, does fall back to him. Worms its way to Grealish. Grealish. Definitely looks like Grealish done it. Iheanacho. And yeah, left-footed finish that does hit the net this time. And that's basically all that happens up until full time. Win the game 4-1. Again, a solid performance. I'm not going to flex too hard. Again, it is, well, now div 6, but again, nothing to shout about. Another goal for Grealish and assist, which does take the 5. Not enough to earn another upgrade. So, more goals in this game, but still only enough to get ourselves another 2 upgrades. And let's see who we use it on. So, Douglas Luiz there, 5 games. No stats to show for it. Did just kind of fill in a hole. He's not done much for Villa in real life either. He's not really been, I mean, he's not, he claims to be an anchor in midfield, but that's what they need. And I feel like he definitely doesn't offer that, and especially when you've got players like Grealish wanting to go forward, someone needs to be doing that job. Someone who was doing that job, box-to-box midfielder John McGinn. Unfortunate injury for him as well. But a good little non-red gold card. Hopefully do a couple of things for us in the few games, will be Iheanacho, a good return, 3 goals, 5 assists in 5 games. More of a facilitator than I expected him to be, but I mean, I'll take that. It's a happy surprise. And yep, move on to Catrone, who has just left Wolves off to Fiorentina, didn't really get a chance in the team. Did manage to notch at least 1 Premier League goal from my memory, but it's the only choice we can make. There is no other goal, non-red striker. And this guy, for the 3rd and final game, it's a pretty normal Prem team with Zidane's last game on loan. Did meet him at an unfortunate time. Had to be the one to face him. But again, it's div 6. You can, I mean, the fact that he's using a loan probably shows he ain't up to much. Pratt again with the first bit of action of the game. Does scrape to Catrone, but the shot is blocked just before the keeper, who might have saved it anyway, but who's to know. We throw it into Sionchu, plays it down the left to Grealish. Does turn the burners on, gets on the wrong side of Pereira. As soon as you see him catching up, think cheeky Berber inside. Move it on to McGinn, forward to Pratt, Berber forward to Catrone. Couple little ball skills, open up a bit of space. Absolutely lashes at home. A great first strike for Catrone. Probably doesn't match the amount of goals he managed to get for Wolves in the Prem. And again, it's us coming forward. Pratt once again. I mean, he's shown to be a lot for a car that looked relatively normal. Probably gets taken out there, but nothing given. Moves on anyway, and Grealish does have a go, but pretty tame effort. Easy save for Schmeichel. And again, a throw into one of our centre backs, and we play forward from there. Too much space on there for Grealish. Go with a chip. Unlucky to hit the bar, but all sense of unluckiness is gone with the sheer luck on the fact that Ake felt the need to take a wonderful touch into the back of his own net, which I don't believe that guy would have been too happy with. But again, winning it from deep. Go from the left into centre, all the way out on the right. Traore again turning on the burners. Little ball inside to Pratt. Again, a nice little interchange with Catrone. 1, 2, 3 if you want to call it. Catrone with his second. Bad little start for him, and yeah, that was that for that guy. You want to take no more. Probably him seeing it as a sweat, but again, it's the right decision. It's the goals you'll see in real life. You're not going to not give it to someone with an open goal if it's there. And after FIFA finally decides to register what the fuck's going on. Have a quick look at the ratings. You know, goal for Grealish. I mean, if it didn't happen to hit the bar off his chip, then again, another lovely upgrade, but Ake decided to finish that one for us. But a 3-0 win, happy. 3-0 before even half time. It could have been an absolute massacre if it's allowed to continue. So we only get a single upgrade for this, and El Mohammadi, although only played 3 games, we move on from him now. He's never going to be much, was he? He kind of filled in a hole, but still a legend. I thought I'd give him a bit of credit by throwing him in the team for it. Move on to Madvillainy, who was, or Doherty, depending on how you want to say it. But again, great last season, solid this year. He plays the fullback, or wing-back option for Wolves really well. And Grealish now again moves on to 21 goals, 5 assists. Looking a good return from 18 games, and we move on to 11 wins with 3 wins in this episode. So again, the team record's starting to look a bit better after it started with a horrific 1 and 4 from placement games. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.